Welcome into the Halloween edition of Desert Rose Mystic. We're going to be getting into this Halloween read and see what's coming out using the Witch's Wisdom Oracle cards. We're also going to be getting into the Jack-o'-lantern Tarot. Yes, and then we will get a card or two of advice from the Moonology cards to see what is coming out for this spectacular spooky reading that we are having this day. All right, how many of you are geared up to take your kiddos out or enjoyed some fun this past weekend for Halloween? Watch your ears. We're going to clear the energies and get going. Thank you, angels, ancestors, way showers, and guides, witches. Show us what we need to know. Bring through the wisdom and set a circle of protection for this space. Thank you. All right. How is everyone out there this Halloween? It's so good to be here with you. Let us see what the witches have to say for us as our main message at this time for the collective. Thank you so much once again for being here, and I truly would appreciate your likes, comments, shares, and subscribe to the channel if you feel so inclined to. We have divine feminine energy that was flying out here that wanted to be seen. This could be divine feminine right now. Feeling beautiful, maybe feeling tapped in at this time, but in any case, the energy that I'm mainly getting here is that you may be definitely feeling, because the veil is thinner at this time when we are talking about instances such as Halloween, full moons, and things of that nature. So we are going to see what is the energy that is coming out for us at this time. What do we most need to be aware of, witches? Show me what we need to know. So how many of you out there did get out for some party action this weekend? I am curious. Ooh, we have Pentacle and Respect coming up here today. Interestingly enough, we have Samhain on the bottom here. So there could be something coming up at this time around finances and money. Some of you could be doing some money magic. This is probably a really good time for that as well. So get your candles out. I don't know how many of you are connected to pentagrams here, but there is definitely a respect to be had. If there is something that you are wanting, perhaps it is time for you to get busy. You've definitely got a guardian angel here that is watching over you. You could have a familiar, such as your animal friend, your dog, your cat. As this is showing here, black cats, of course, are very lucky, and maybe someone is going to get lucky in finances at this time. Let's take a look and see what this card has to say for us, shall we? Pentacle and Respect. So you are being asked if you are invoking any magical work at this time to ensure that you are putting up, your circle of protection, that you are ensuring. And this golden frog here is all about abundance as well. So I do feel like many of you are focused on putting up protection perhaps around your money, around what you are trying to build or what you have built, so that you can continue to progress in positive ways, all right, and not have all of your hard work thwarted. The witch has always wished for a respectful understanding between themselves and others who are unfamiliar with the old ways. So you are someone who is familiar, all right? That's what this card is talking about. You are familiar with the old ways, and you're being asked to respect what you know to be true, okay? And to also understand that others around you are most likely not on the same level as you in your understanding and wisdom. Pentacle shows up with great reverence to remind you that wearing this around your neck, this amulet, shows the world who you are and the path you have chosen to walk. The pentacle is not to be feared, for it is a sacred representation of connection, reminding us that we are one with the elements and all. This star should be worn with pride and a sense of loyalty to not only that which you fully believe and trust in, but also for the ancestors who were persecuted for never wavering from their commitment and truth. So this is time for you to stand strong and stay committed to what you know to be true. Continue to put your energy and focus towards that. When you have honor and respect for all that you do and all that you are, so too will others see you in the same light as you stand strong in your convictions. So hold your head up high and show the world your respect for the sacred symbol and the ways of all those it represents. Be respectful of yourself and others. Your power will increase as you stand firm in your convictions. Honor and work with all that the pentacle represents. Wear a pentacle or pentagram with pride. Respect magic. So we're talking about, with the 4 elements, air, fire, water, earth, and what is the 5th? Spirit, of course. So when we have all of these balanced and aligned, that is showing respect for all that we are, if you will. This is what helps us to be in that alignment, to bring not only money, but power, respect, everything that comes with that alignment. Here is an invocation that you may speak at this time for this card if you feel so inclined. When you wish upon a star, 5 points tell of who you are. Wear with pride, respect is key. As you honor its sanctity, this magic is worked with harm to none, so mote it be, there it is done. So you are that star, all right? And those points tell of who you are. How brightly do you shine? Are all of your elements balanced within you, in your universe, in your world? Because we all represent a universe, a world within ourselves. So this is all about our alignment within ourselves, not allowing others to cause us to waver is a big part of what's going on here today. And you may be definitely setting that into place at this time on this Samhain energy. So definitely, with the veil being so thin, this is definitely the time to get to work. You can see him here. He's at work. He's writing out his intentions. He's making it clear what it is that he wants, who he is, so that not only others will respect him, but spirit will respect him as well. He will be seen. He will be honored. He will be seen as familiar, knowing the old ways. And this is what we're being asked to do, is not waver at this time from what we know to be true, what we feel most connected to, and what powers us and moves us forward. The Hermit energy is coming out here today. I definitely see you spending this time really making those connections with your ancestors, okay? You can see the spirit above him, and the Hermit is connected, because that is the spiritual leader, King of Pentacles. I do feel like you are going to be able to garner the respect, all right, that you deserve with this Hermit energy and King of Pentacles energy. This is all about setting yourself as that person who is seen as the wise one, who is familiar with the old ways, all right, who holds to the sanctity, if you will, of what that encompasses. Wow, look at this. Somebody is definitely about to meet their match, is what this feels like. You may very well be meeting your familiar, a person that feels so familiar with you, because perhaps you are coming to this point where you are aligning within yourself, so things are starting to align around you. More seems to be lining up for you. Four of Wands energy is definitely indicating that there could absolutely be a coming together of two people with that King of Pentacles and Queen of Pentacles energy, and be most definitely set as far as, you know, a beautiful home, more money than you could ever, you know, dream of spending in a lifetime perhaps. But yeah, judgment was definitely, I feel like that this judgment was passed over you. It's almost like, you know, even though there is a lot going on around you and others may be suffering, this may be a time where you are actually prospering and doing better. And maybe a lot of that is coming from the fact that you are honoring yourself, sticking to the old ways, you know, remembering who you are. And also perhaps being aware that when you are in this place where you are not honoring and respecting yourself and, you know, staying the path, staying the course, this is an injustice, and this is what you see in the world when people veer from what they know to be true, right? Then it causes all of these calamities. Two of Cups in reverse is definitely indicating that, you know, we need to be aware of that connection, not only within ourselves, but with others around us. There has to be a mutual respect here. And perhaps that's something that, you know, you did not have in the past. Maybe there has been, you know, this veil over your own eyes, your unwillingness to perhaps see that by not, you know, having that alignment within yourself, having that respect for every aspect of yourself, perhaps the thoughts that you're holding, the feelings that you're feeling, the way that you're treating your body, the way that you're feeding it, right? Are we taking the time to breathe deeply and slowly and come back to a state of peacefulness and cohesiveness, right? Understanding, knowing the old ways, right, that we are familiar with, that we know is true, but we can get so caught up in everything else that can be going on around us that we forget. It's time to put those worries behind us, all right? Whatever has caused us to come to this place to where everything seems like, you know, more or less like we see everything happening around us, and it's almost like, what is there to look forward to in a sense? You may not be feeling like that there are opportunities for you to be able to really take advantage of out there. It's almost like it feels like, you know, walking the path, this path makes it very difficult. It feels like there's always a lot coming at you. And that's absolutely the way that it can feel. You know, like people could be coming against you. Yeah, it's like the devil is pulling out all the stops at this point. So do be aware that, you know, even though you're doing your work to balance everything out for yourself, you do have to be aware of the devil that always wants to try to creep in and ruin all the hard effort and work, all right? So this is a time to ensure that we stay balanced in every way as much as possible. Otherwise, we could fall prey to these things happening to us as well. If we want to turn a blind eye to anything, we want to turn a blind eye to all of the things around us that, you know, we feel like more or less support what we're seeing with our physical eyes. But this is a spiritual battle. And as long as we can remember that and stay in the right energy, all right? Remember the old ways, and remember that when we are balanced and we continue to hold our energy, we are actually going to, oddly enough, be able to have those circumstances and, you know, miracles, what seems like miracles happen, you know, in the midst of everything else falling apart. for everyone else, or you know, just everything around you. And it's like, it can be hard to not, you know, feel like, well, how is that not going to happen to me too when it's happening to the majority of people? But you're really being asked in the Scorpio energy and season, as we're coming up on the new moon. We're just passing this full moon and Halloween and everything, but coming up very, very soon is going to be that new moon. It is time to work through our fears of what's held us back, kept us from shining our brightest, right? Because again, your light, the totality of your light, is an encompassment of all of those aspects of yourself, all of the elements that you are comprised of as well: air, fire, water, earth, and spirit. How aligned are all of those points within yourself? How brightly are you shining at this time? Or are there some fears that could be dimming our light that we need to work through? So you're definitely being asked to step up to the plate. The veil, again, is so thin that there is an amazing amount of progress that can happen at this time. We can really move forward in very powerful ways if we can just not allow our energy, you know, to be dispersed, if you will. Stay focused is the main thing. Bring love into the situation. This is the age of the Aquarius, you know, and love, being heart-centered, being able to re-regulate our emotional state, all right? If you can have the ability to control your emotions, meaning, you know, not allow for one, and it definitely takes practice, right? To not see negative situations, for instance, as bad, and to not get overly excited about good things that happen to us, but to really try to stay that middle road. You know what I mean? That is true power. Love, being able to control your emotional state by being in a good place to begin with, by conditioning yourself to be able to do so. This is what, you know, spirit reads the energy. You can't, you know, hide or deny what energy you are actually holding at any time. It's apparent, you know, as if, you know, because God is within you and is feeling everything that you are feeling. So there's no hiding from anything, even if we think we are, right? Okay, guys, so this is a time to really honor and respect every aspect of ourselves, to remember the old ways, to not lose faith, not lose touch, and remember, all right? Never forget all that you have died for, all that has, you know, you've sacrificed, you've allowed to die, or are allowing to pass away at this time. Honor and revere it, you know, for what it has shown you, what it has taught you. Respect it. Respect all energy. Respect all people for the lessons that they are here to show us, all right? So that we can move past what we perceive to be injustices, right? And judgments on us. There is no judgment. Things happen, you know, we experience life, but whether we choose to really see things for what they are, or to really open our eyes and see through that veil, this is absolutely a time for you to be able to do so right now, because many opportunities are going to be opening up, but will you be ready for them? This is the time to decide. Blessings to each and every one of you. Again, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and bell notification so you don't miss any readings I put out. All right, guys, have a beautiful Halloween, and I will see you soon. Bye for now.